Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Lost Boyz Podcast, episode 52, aka 1 year. And welcome, we made it. We did 1 year straight, 52 weeks in a row. So, round of applause for us.
Rip headphones users. I tried clapping away from the mic.
I didn't even think about that. I just clapped.
Somebody with AirPods is going to be bleeding.
Yeah.
But now 1 year straight of unwavered Lost Boyz content. And I just want to say, a year later, and I'm still fucking lost.
Yeah. A year later, I've made progress. Definitely made progress. Am I 100,000% certain this is my calling in life? No. But have I made way more progress and I feel better and I feel like I'm on a purpose or chasing something that's good for me? Yes. And just comparing a year ago to year today, just my mental, like just everything about me, like mental, physical, everything. I don't know, whatever you want to say. Not that I had bad mental problems. I never did. I actually never have. But I'm just like I feel like I've progressed.
Yeah.
Definitely. Reflecting back from a year ago to today, I feel like I definitely progressed in just every aspect.
So I know, like, for this episode, like, there's really no structure. We're just going to, like, be talking, like, 1 year. But what would you say has been your biggest area of improvement in March 13th last year when we sat down in a dark-ass room with a camera that couldn't autofocus?
Mm-hmm. Consistency.
Dope.
The podcast being the first example. I was able to stay consistent with the podcast for 52 weeks straight. Every single week for the last 52 weeks, I showed up and I talked about something.
Mm-hmm.
Even if I was tired as hell, not feeling good, didn't know what to talk about, I still showed up and I made it happen for 52 weeks in a row. No excuses, whether I was going on vacation to anything. I made it happen. It didn't matter the time of the day. So consistency for sure. And I'm seeing that really take action and reflect in my life now. I feel like now is where I'm feeling the most consistent. I think a lot of that has to do with the 75 hard. It's been 2 weeks. I feel a difference. Like, I feel very focused and just like, okay, I'm like consistent. Like I said in the last episode, I'm posting on social media consistently now.
Mm-hmm.
I'm doing a lot of things more consistently. Also, the last year, the gym, I've been at the gym consistently for 1 full year. And I've seen like the most progress I've ever seen because I stayed consistent for so long instead of taking like a month off in the summer, things like that, which usually would happen. It was like I go on one vacation, fall off a little bit, but no, I stayed consistent. Even when I was working in the city, that I'd wake up at 5 a.m., get home at 8 p.m., I still went to the gym. I still showed up. Even though you could tell by the look in my eyes, I could fall asleep on this bench right now. I still showed up. So consistency for me. What about you?
Doing that, 5 a.m., gym at 8, still managed to record.
Yeah, and still managing to record.
No excuses.
Yep. Yeah, it's literally no excuse.
I would say for me, the biggest area of improvement that I've seen in my life is sort of, I don't want to use the term risk-taking, but definitely that, a year ago, working a minimum wage job, right? Like, not knowing what the fuck I was doing, to since then venturing out, getting like a I don't want to say a corporate job, but like sort of like a corporate job, experiencing that, making way more money than before. And now I feel like my eyes have opened so much more at what the fuck the world has to offer, as opposed to it just being like in my imagination, so to say. Like now, like we've been talking about Miami for years now, like even before the podcast, but in the year that you guys have heard us talk about it, now it's not like, yo, it'd be so cool. It'd be like, oh, if I do this, I could just go like, oh, this and that makes that happen. Like my lens has changed on the possibility of things. It's no longer fairy tales. It's 1 + 1 = 2.
Yeah. It's like as long as we do this, we'll get that.
Yeah. Like I can see it. So like everything's so much clearer now in that aspect. And that goes with not even just jobs or just like wanting to move, fucking the gym too. Like anything. I feel like now I just see shit so much clearer.
Yeah. 100%. I was going to make a joke, but then I stopped myself. That's why I started smiling.
I saw you. I was like,
When you said I could see clear now, I was gonna say I could see clearly now. The frame is gone.
That was a good one.
But no, yeah, definitely the one, like a lot of progress. Obviously, in the 1 year, like I'm not perfect. I'm not saying I went from being terrible to amazing. No, there's still a lot I need to work on. There's even with consistency, right? I can still be more consistent in other aspects of my life. There's just certain things that I struggled with being consistent in the past. I've now become consistent with today, and doing things like challenges and stuff like that. Like I mentioned in the previous episode, has built in that discipline for me that now is like, even when I don't want to do it, I just do it. Like I don't second guess it. There goes the light.
While you talk, I'm gonna just slide this one to the middle because that would make me.
All right. Quick malfunction on episode 52. Everything decided to start malfunctioning. The light just went out. This thing, if you haven't noticed, I'm struggling to fix. That's why my hand's holding it. It won't turn. So, but we're here. We're still doing it.
Look, a year later, and shit still ain't perfect.
Yeah, exactly. It's just not perfect, but just trying, man. That's all you could do. All you can do is try. Try to be better. As long as you try to be better, you'll be all right.
Hey. Bars. I feel like once an episode, there's like a Gianni Bars moment.
I guess so. I don't know. But no, yeah. So if you're new to the channel, definitely go back and watch all of our stuff. You can see the progression. I mean, at least for me, maybe it's a little biased because we're literally here, the ones recording it. So I have seen the progressions, have felt the progressions, feel more confident, things like that. But if you're a viewer and you're new or you have been following us for the last 52 weeks, comment down below if you've noticed anything different, what you like, what you disliked, what you would like to see in the next 52 weeks. Just anything. Just comment it down below and let us know so we can either improve, change, do better, whatever the case may be. So definitely do that.
Yeah, please do that. Like, your guys' feedback. A lot of you guys point things out that we maybe didn't catch on to, because at the end of the day, we're just two sets of eyes here that look at the same thing every week because we're in it. Like we do it every week. So that outside perspective, even if it may not seem that important to you, like, oh, if I say this, like, they probably already know that. No, let us know, because you never know. You might actually be pointing out something that we missed or that we just haven't put eyes onto yet.
Yeah, 100%. There's been moments where somebody has said something and I'm like, why didn't I think of that? Man, obvious. So obvious. I'm like, why didn't I think of that? So definitely reach out and let us know. Even if you think it's like the most obvious thing in the world, because for us, we have more of a biased perspective because it's us. But you go on YouTube and you're looking for things you want to see for entertainment purposes, for value and things like that. So how you judge our video is going to be different versus how we judge it.
True.
We're judging it because to us it makes sense. But that doesn't necessarily mean it makes sense to you. So if it doesn't, or if it does, or if there's room for improvement, please let us know in the comments down below. And don't forget to share it. Come on, get us to 100. We didn't get to the 100. We did not get to the 100. I'll take blame. It's our fault.
Agreed.
Could have done better with marketing. But we understand that's something we need to work on. And that's for the next 52 weeks coming up.
I was just going to say that. Look, that right there, bam. Next 52 weeks is what we got to do, bam.
Yep.
Push more content, create more content, expand content.
Yeah, definitely. We need to definitely push ourselves out more. More clips, reels, shorts, TikToks.
Also getting creative with it too.
Yeah.
Like, we had a few ideas that never came to light because this guy, not once, but twice, forgot the camera on a vacation. But we will make it happen in these 52 weeks.
Yep. Man, yeah, hey, see what happens in this 52 weeks, man. We say that every time. We're going to see what happens. Something's going to happen. I don't know what, but something's going to happen.
I was saying this today, too. I was talking on the phone. I was like, look, don't I hope something happens or nothing like that. Like, nah, like something's something good is on the way. Whether if this leads into something that's big, or this is the big thing, or we come up with an idea. Like, imagine if we went 84 weeks, right? Whatever, cool, same view count, whatever. We're just doing our thing, right? And then episode 85 is what fucking blows the fuck up.
Yep.
Like, you just never know. And I'm not the kind to sit here and say, oh, I hope that happens. Like, nah, like, it's going to happen. Like, maybe not that specifically, but something is going to happen. Something's going to pick up.
Yeah.
Some clip is going to gain traction. Either I said something outrageous, or you pissed off somebody somewhere, some feminist in, like, Idaho or something like that. And, like, bam, now all of a sudden, like, oh, my God, like, Lost Boyz Podcast. I don't know if that could hear my stomach, goddamn. But Lost Boyz Podcast, like, yo, like, I've heard of it now. Like, you just never know. And at the end of the day, opportunity knocks on the door of, preparedness. Like,
yeah,
if something like that happens, like, we're prepared. Like, yo, like, you know what, bam, get more controversial, get more X, Y, and Z. Like, I'm just not a big fan of sitting here and hoping for things to happen. Just like, yo, it's gonna happen. Like, we're gonna make it happen.
Yeah. Luck. It's luck. Is you only experience luck when preparation meets timing. I guess I think that's the saying.
Preparation plus opportunity equals luck.
Yeah, preparation plus opportunity equals luck. Yeah, because an opportunity could present itself, but if you're not prepared, well, then you missed your chance.
It's true.
But if you're prepared and the opportunity presents itself, well, then that's what they call lucky. But if you're not prepared, it'll never happen. But we could make that another episode. So comment if you want that as an episode. I came up with an idea in my head too for a following episode. So, because I was going to talk about needing to believe in yourself too. Like that's something we obviously believe in ourselves enough to keep posting every single week, but we need to believe in ourselves more to put in the work to be better. Because imagine if we went 100% hard for these last 52 weeks, where we'd be now. So going forward for the next 52 weeks, that's something we need to do. Go 100% hard on all marketing platform schemes, everything. And when I say schemes, I don't mean like scamming people. I mean like SCHEMES.
Like strategic.
Like
and shit
like
that.
Like that.
The Lost Boyz Podcast pyramid scheme.
Yeah. So just like doing all that and just giving it 100 for the next 52 weeks, because who knows where it'd be. Episode 104 could be the one. But we won't know that unless we like genuinely give it everything. So
I got an idea.
That's something we got to work on. Then, there's a bunch of things we can improve and work on as well. Like the set, we could improve that as well. There's a whole bunch. But if you have any feedback, whether good or bad, just let us know down below. Because for the next 52 weeks, we want to become better than we were today. So a year ago, I believe myself to be better than I was. I believe myself to be better today than I was a year ago. A year from now, I want to believe myself to be better than I was from today.
Yep.
So it's a never-ending thing. But I also need your feedback for that too, because I want to make sure I'm providing the correct value and something that you guys want to see and that I enjoy at the same time.
Well said. Like, at the end of the day, what can be a year from now, right? Not what can be, what will be a year from now. It's like Gianni's going to look back at Gianni today and we're going to laugh and be like, yo, remember we recorded the 1 year? Yo, remember we recorded the first episode, right? Like, and be like, wow. So like right now, right, this up until this point has been talking about things like that, like you've learned in like the last year and shit, right? Growth is exponential. So for the next 52 weeks, you're going to get better faster than you did in these first 52 weeks. Now imagine how fucking crazy that would be. Like, imagine you with the progress you just made, but making it twice as fast.
Yeah, it's like compounding. It's like, okay, it's like investing, right? You in a Roth IRA. Okay, these first few years, you're not going to make much. But then when you get there, it's going to go crazy.
Yep.
It's the same thing with anything you do. It's like, okay, the beginning, you're not going to see results. You go to the gym, the beginning, you might see a little bit, but you're not going to see big gains. But then give it a year, 2 years, 3 years, you're going to be like, what the? I'm a brand new person. So you never know what can happen. And it can happen fast. It could happen fast. who was it, Elon Musk that said it? I think you mentioned it in a previous episode, like with getting rich. He's like, whatever your 5-year plan is, write it down and then try to make it happen in 6 months, because it can happen fast as long as you're going hard and putting everything in. Because again, that compounding interest, eventually over time, all that work will pay off. It won't be the same time for everybody, but at some point it will happen. So, but you got to give it your all. And, you know, the podcast, we've seen some success. Had a couple of videos do well with a couple hundred views. And then, you know, we got closer to 100 subscribers. But now we need to go harder, because we know in those 52 weeks we didn't do enough, because we're not where we want to be yet. So we need to do whatever we were doing 10 times harder and more.
Absolutely. So and more. It's okay, cool. Our effort level has gotten us here. Let's turn up the notch and expand.
Yep.
Do more. Like, go harder.
Yeah, let's go harder. So by next year, we can be in a much better spot. Mm-hmm. And when that time comes, we're gonna be like, oh wait, we can go even harder. And then 3 years from now, we're going to look back at episode 1 and be like, what the fuck? Mm-hmm. People actually watched it.
Yo, dead ass. Like, you know what's crazy? This morning, I was like looking, because I knew it was around the time. Like, we knew this was like the 1 year week. And I was going through my phone, and it was like, wow. I found the episode 1 voice note. And I was like, yo, y'all don't even know that we were recording off of voice notes. Like, we had the phone sitting in between us. Like, I'm going to put an image on the screen of episode 1 and just be like, to you, this may look like some whatever podcast, but it's like, for us, it's like, yo, we started there.
Yeah.
We improved over the course of a year. Our equipment improved.
Hell yeah.
We got smarter. Even besides things like fucking what microphone to buy, like social media strategies, things that have worked, things that you've applied into, like looking at your personal brand, right? Mm-hmm. And how now you're seeing progress there. It's like, at the end of the day, this is all compounding interest. Compounding interest from past effort.
Yeah.
Like, at the end of the day, you're socially aware, because cool, before that it was this, and before this it was that, and everything put together, and now you're seeing the fruits of the labor.
Yep.
Like, it's just crazy to think about. Like, yo, a year is at the same time a long time, at the same time not a long time, but it is a very long time to make something happen.
Yeah.
It is also a very long time to let something die.
Yep.
Like, we could be sitting here right now and having, I think you mentioned this last week, and be talking about like, damn, yo, a year ago we had the conversation that we should start a podcast in a Taco Bell parking lot.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah. But instead, here we are a year later recording this.
And trust me, this feels a lot better.
Yeah, and we would have probably been like, damn, imagine where we would have been right now. Who knows? Oh, we could have been this. No, but you never know until you try.
It's true.
So you got to give it a try. You got to actually, and genuinely try, not like, oh, I did it for 2 weeks and it didn't work. Well, you didn't try hard enough. Mm-hmm. What you do in 2 weeks, you're not going to see until like 6 weeks later.
It's true.
So you just got to keep doing it. And what you see in 6 weeks, you're not going to see the results for that for 12 weeks later. So it's like you said, it takes time. What you do today, the success you see today is from the work you did like 3 months ago. Mm-hmm. It built over time. It wasn't like, oh, I did it today, boom, I'm successful now. Yep. No, it took all that time before doing all that work to then get to where you are today. And that's a big thing when comparing yourself to other people too. They see other people successful or in a position where they would like to be, and they think, oh man, like, yeah, they just did it and got it. But they don't see like, oh no, they struggled for like 6 months, but they just put all their time and effort into it for 6 months straight. That 6 months later, boom, now it pops off. Now it kicks off. And you think, oh, they just got lucky then, because I did it for like 3 weeks and it didn't work. Well, it didn't work for him in 3 weeks or her in 3 weeks either. They just kept going. Yeah. That's the difference.
They kept their head down and kept grinding. Like, I'm excited, man. I'm excited. 52 more.
Yeah, 52 more. Definitely keep us accountable too. Like, gotta be better with posting TikToks, Reels, Shorts, doing that every single day, promoting ourselves, marketing ourselves every single day. Eventually getting a more upgrading the set more. getting guests on so that we can, have different conversations, things like that. Just all around improving. But for sure, the one thing we can do today is the short form content. Like, we should be on that. There's no excuse for not doing that.
The facts we've gotten this far without doing that, it's kind of impressive.
It is. We almost got to 100 subscribers without doing that. The most marketing we did we did a little bit of posting on TikTok, but the most marketing came from just putting on our Instagram stories. That's about it. So imagine if for the next 52 weeks, 365 days in a row, we post one type of short form content for 365 days in a row. You're telling me not one is going to do well? One of them is bound to do well.
Yep.
Even if we only get 15 subscribers from that one video, it's 15 more that we would have had before.
It's true.
And those 15 could bring 10 more, and those 10 could bring 5 more. And then it starts building like that. That's how it builds and it happens. And one of the 365 is, I would call it a low ball. If you're posting 365 clips in 1 year or more and only one pops off, I would say that's a low ball. Even so, though, that just gives you feedback. Okay, we need to upgrade the content. We need to do better. So either way, you're learning, you're getting results, and you're getting feedback to then do better.
Yep. So, yeah. It's going back and analyzing everything.
Yep.
And it may not seem like much, like you mentioned with like the 15 subscribers. At the end of the day, even if it's just one fucking subscriber, that's one loyal subscriber that's going to watch our weekly content every week and just be like, oh, they uploaded, bam, right? Because they press the notification button, they share it with their family and friends. No ads here, but like you should do that too. But like they do that. That's only one person. But at the end of the day, that's one person that's getting value. And eventually that value will go to somebody else and somebody else. And everybody's rate is different. Like you look at some podcasts that blow up fast as hell, right? A year, they're already at 1 million subscribers, right? Like, cool. But at the end of the day, what we're doing is very value-based. Like, genuinely, if you go to the videos tab, sort by upload, right? And just look at every single video that we post. It's in some way, shape, or form us trying to tackle some important conversation that needs to be had. Because at one point we thought it, or at one point we went through it, and it might not be the most glamorous fucking post in the world, but at the end of the day, these are videos that somebody's hitting us up like, yo, that was a dope episode.
Yeah.
Like, to me, that's fire. So, like, I'm not stressing it that we're a year in and we're not at a fucking 1 million subscribers. Nah, we got 87 or 88 people that find value in what the fuck we're doing. I'm cool with that. Like we're going at our own pace.
Yeah. But yeah, I agree 100%. It's time to step on the gas harder though.
Now, with that said, it is time to do what we should have been doing.
Yeah.
It's time to expand that. Absolutely. Yep. I'm not saying like, oh, we're good here. Like, nah,
yeah.
Bro. The sky's the fucking limit, dog.
Yeah. We'll see where we are 6 months from now. September. We'll reassess what we're doing, see where we are, keep it going from there.
So, that's true.
Yeah.
Think about it. And we're about to go into the springtime. You know how much fucking content we can shoot in the spring and summer?
Yeah.
So we're in the Northeast, right?
Yeah.
Jersey, New York and shit. There's so much content we could do in the summer and in the spring.
Yeah, there's definitely a lot of ideas too. Like we can, I don't know if I want to say it now, but like we can do so many more things beyond the podcast, whether it's on a separate channel or on top of this channel, and then just expand and create different audiences and things like that. But yeah, I have ideas. Yeah. So it's just going to the drawing board, figuring out a plan, and then executing. Execute. Always got to execute.
That's the name of the game.
Yep. Execution is what wins everything.
It's true.
You want to win a war? You got to execute it. So no matter what it is, you got to deliver, you know? You got to do what you're supposed to do. So go to the drawing board, create a game plan, go after it. And that's what we'll do. So, yeah. You got anything you want to say? I pretty much said everything I wanted to say. So the rest of it is all on you.
All I got to say is thank you for those of you that have watched for 52 weeks. And be on the lookout because these next 52 weeks are about to be fucking amazing and crazy. And in a year, we're going to talk about when we only had 87 or 88 subscribers, and when we only had one like because the other one went out mid-episode, and when we only can record like this, or the nights when we recorded late as fuck, just because work, the gym, and everything like that. Like, just be on the lookout. Yeah, 52 more.
52 more coming. So again, just like he said, thank you. If you're new to the channel, be sure to check out all of our other videos. Subscribe, like the video, comment down below any feedback, what you've seen in the last 52 weeks, what you would like to see in the next 52 weeks, so on and so forth. Literally anything. And everything's greatly appreciated. So thank you. We'll catch you guys on the next one, episode 53. Peace.